Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Jonesin 4 Show. Your show that helps you live your life to the max, right? We give you tools, we help give you strategies, and we help you make sure you are ready to rock life, to crush it, and live your life to the max. So if you're ready for that, keep on listening, because I am your host, your guide, Spencer Jones, and I'm really excited for today's episode. And today we are talking about letting go of anchors. That's right, letting go of anchors. Now, I think of anchors a little bit differently than maybe you do, or I know some other people do. Some people think and believe that anchors are something that they truly believe in, that they hold steadfast to. And I totally get that. That makes sense. And we all should have those types of anchors in our lives. I like to think of them as pillars, but it's the same idea that we have these anchors or these pillars in our life that we hold to, our values, our priorities. Those are the types of anchors, those pillars we should keep in our life always. But there's some anchors in our life that are holding us back. And now let me share with you what I think anchors are, and then we can get into today's show, into the nitty-gritty of it all. So for me, when I'm talking about anchors, especially today in letting go of these anchors, I'm talking about things in your past that you are not letting go, things that are not serving you anymore. Maybe it's a relationship with someone else. Maybe it's an action that you did before that you regret. So it's a regret that you have. You didn't do something. You didn't say something. Or maybe you did something or said something you shouldn't have said. But it's this regret. Maybe it's a judgment of someone else in your life. An expectation you hold of them that's weighing you down. An anchor is a weight. It's a weight on your shoulders, that was a weight on your heart, on your mind, that doesn't let you be your best. That's what I mean when I refer to an anchor. It's something that is not letting you be at your best. And let's be honest, you deserve to be at your best. You deserve to live your life to the max, as I like to say. Because guess what? The day is amazing. Every single day is created for us, and it's amazing. Now, how we take the day, do we take it as an amazing day and have an incredible day? Or do we have a crappy day, one was filled with regret, with frustration, anger? Guess what? That's up to us. That's up to you. You need to decide what kind of day you are going to have. Are you going to have an awesome, super, amazing, freaking excellent day? Or are you going to have a mediocre day or a crappy day? Now, sometimes things happen in our days and in our lives that try knocking us from our happy days, right, mindset to the negative one, to saying, oh, well, look how bad that is. Or you get news that something bad happened and all of a sudden you're feeling down. Well, you can learn from it, grow from it, and then pull yourself out from it so you're not letting it drag you down. But I digress. That's another show for another time, and we could chat about that if you'd like. Let me know, right? Send me a message, drop me a comment in the comments below, or as I said, hit me up on social media at Jonesin4, or follow me, I'm Spencer Jones. Just have fun. Let's chat. Let's see what we can do. Let me help you with whatever's challenging you. Okay, let me get a sip of tea today. Mixing it up, I know, a little different, not coffee. Sip of tea, and then let's go in how you can let go of those anchors that are weighing you down. So good. Love tea. Love coffee. Tea and coffee. Amazing. Okay, so anchors. Anchors are the things that are weighing us down that do not serve us anymore. Negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, self-limiting beliefs, judgment of others, all those things, those are anchors, and we need to let them go. So if you know me and if you've been watching the show or listening to the show for some length of time, you know that I love outdoors and I'm a big kayak fisherman. I love jumping in my boat and going kayak fishing. It's just one of my passions. So hold with me for the little sea analogy here. You are on the sea, right? You're on the water and you have this anchor and your anchor's down. Okay? Your anchor's down and it's keeping you steady. Well, let's say you try to go. Maybe you're in your kayak, you're trying to paddle or pedal, or you're in a boat and you turn on the engine, you try to go. But your anchor's still down. What's that going to do? Well, you might move, but you're going to go a lot slower because you have that resistance. You have that weight weighing you down. So if you'd like to move faster, right, then you can take in the weight, right? You can bring it into the boat, lift it up, or in this case, let go of the anchor, let go of the chains, the rope holding it, let it go so you can sail forward. What's another option if you don't let go of the anchor or you don't pull it up? Well, the option is you're trying to push and you're trying to go and all of a sudden your ship starts to break. Let's turn it to us. So then we start to break. We start to not be at our best and it starts to become a chronic thing. And they have done research that shows that having that mindset of having these negative beliefs lead to physical illnesses. Physical, not just mental, it's not just in your mind, but physical illnesses. So do yourself a favor, do the people you care about a favor, and pull up the anchors, or, as I like to say, let them go. Let go of those anchors that are holding you back. So I have 3 different ways to help you release those anchors. Okay? You ready? Number 1, learn and grow. Take some time and reflect. Reflect on whatever that anchor is that's holding you back. So when I say reflect, I mean you're looking at it from a scientist perspective. You're not judging the anchor. You're not judging what it feels like to you. You're not emotionally attached to it. All you're doing is you're looking at it and being curious. Well, what's happening here? How can I learn and grow from it? What are the positives from this situation? What can I learn and take away so that when I walk away, I'm stronger and I'm wiser? So you reflect. You reflect on that anchor and you learn and grow from it. So that when you let it go, you now have knowledge. You're now stronger, maybe physically, but especially mentally because you've looked at it. You're stronger with the knowledge of what was holding you back in the anchor, right? And then you grew because now you could take what you've learned and apply it to the future so that you maybe, hopefully, won't make that same mistake, that same regret won't be there, or you just keep getting better and maybe you still make mistakes because guess what? We all make mistakes, but it's okay. You keep going. You keep learning, you keep tweaking, keep learning and growing and getting better and improving. That's how life works, right? The saying that the elderly are the wisest of us all is true because they have lived an incredible life. They have had a number of experiences, more than I have had, more than you have had, and they can have looked back on those experiences, learned, and have grown. Now, saying that, I imagine there are some people who make it to a nice, ripe old age and they're elderly and they did not reflect. They just kind of went with life and they just let it happen. They've had experiences and they've had a lot of stuff, but they're not as wise or as strong as they could be. And I want you to be as strong and as wise as possible where you are right now and a year from now, 5 years, 10 years, however long in the future. I want you to constantly be getting better. And we do that by reflecting. Reflect on that anchor. What can you pull from it? What can you learn from? How can you grow from it? What are the positives? And then take it and then take that rope, that chain, and let it go. Hey everyone, Spencer Jones, and I'm sorry to butt in like this, but I'll keep this really short and sweet. I want to help you live your life to the max. I want to help you chase your passions to get the most out of life. And I wrote a book to help you do that. It's my latest book. It's called Chase Your Passions. It's available on Amazon, and I know it can help you change your life and help you live your life to the max. Basically, in the book, I walk you through how to create the ultimate roadmap to success. Whatever that success looks like for you, it walks you through it. Everybody has a different roadmap because everybody's dream, everybody's goal is different. So everybody's roadmap is going to be different. But this book helps you, guides you in creating your personal roadmap to success. So folks, don't delay. Get on Amazon and just look up Chase Your Passions. I put Spencer Jones in there too, just to be safe, so it pulls up right away. Or go to my website, spencermjones.com, and get your copy of it today. And heck, get the Priorities of Practice journal with it, because that companion journal, that makes it that much sweeter. All right, folks, thanks for listening. I told you I'd keep it short and sweet. Catch you soon. All right, so that was number 1, learn and grow. Reflect, learn, and grow. So the second strategy is, sorry, I needed my tea, is to forgive yourself and forgive other people. Because guess what? You're human. I mean, you could be an alien listening to this, I suppose, or watching this. If you are, hi, thanks for listening, watching, and you could probably use this as well. But forgive yourself. We as humans, and if you're an alien, I'm guessing, but let's stick with humans. If you're a human, you are going to make mistakes. It's part of this journey of life that we are partaking in. Part of this journey is making mistakes. That's what happens. Now, we can keep making mistakes over and over and over again, or we can learn and grow from them. So the mistakes we make are now new mistakes, better mistakes, and hopefully less mistakes. We get to learn. We get to grow, right? We're going back upon number 1, where we reflected, learned, and grew. And now moving forward to say, hey, you know what? I'm a human. I make mistakes. This happens. And I forgive myself for it. I forgive me for the mistakes I've made. So how can you forgive yourself? Well, sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's hard. Depending on what that anchor is. It could be this huge anchor with lots of teeth on it that just gets caught on everything, and it's really hard to let it go. It's just weighing you down. I've been there. Trust me, I have been there. And, I'm still working at letting go some anchors. Sometimes they reappear for whatever reason, and I'm able to let them go. And sometimes they reappear, but thankfully they're reappearing less and less. That happens. But take time to reflect on it. Learn and grow from it, number 1. And then work on forgiving yourself, saying, you know what, I'm human. Humans make mistakes. It's okay. And I forgive myself. Look what I've done. Look what I can do. Look how I've learned. Look how I've grown from it. That helps me forgive myself. Now, personally, I love to meditate. You probably know this already. But for me, I have some go-to meditations for forgiveness. Ways to help me evaluate that situation, that anchor, reflect upon it, and then let it go. To forgive myself for it. Is it easy? No, not all the time. Sometimes it's easier sometimes than others. But it is worth it. Because once you forgive yourself, you truly forgive yourself, it's this weight that is lifted off your shoulders. You have let go, whatever. You have, how do I say this? You let go of that anchor and you don't have that weight anymore. It's so huge. Find a way that you can let go. Reflect, meditate, pray, whatever. I don't care what it is, but I do want you to do it. Because if you have that weight, if you are mad at yourself, if you have regret, you have this weight on you that's weighing you down from being your best. And you deserve to be at your best. But but you have to do the work to get there. Now, that's forgiving yourself. What about forgiving others? Guess what? We need to forgive others too. For whatever wrongs they did to us, what other wrongs we perceive they did to us, or whatever, we need to forgive them. So many of us hold grudges, myself included. I have held grudges for years, and I'm working on letting some go still, okay? Some really hard grudges and some lighter grudges that I've thankfully been able just to let go. But guess what? It doesn't serve you, and it doesn't affect them. You might think being mad at someone, being angry at them, to hold this grudge against them is going to affect them, that it is changing their life, that it's making their life miserable. But guess what? It's not. They don't even know. And if they do, they probably don't care. And really, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter where they are, if they accept your apology or not. While it's great to, it's nice if they do, it's not needed. Because you need to forgive them and feel it and believe it in your heart. It's hard. It's hard to let go of these grudges. I'm telling you, it is. But once you do that work, once you are able to say, hey, heck, you know what? You're a human. Humans make mistakes. I forgive you for it. We're good. Let's clean the slate. Let's move on. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to hang out with that same person all the time, right? Maybe they wronged you and you're mad about the fact that they wronged you. Forgive them for that. But if it's to a point where you're like, I don't need that in my life, then you don't need to hang out with them. You don't need to spend that time with them to allow them to do it to you again. That's your choice. But have a forgiving heart, have a forgiving mind to let that go. Because all it's doing is weighing you down. It's eating away at you and your soul and your mind and stopping you from being your best. So if you want to be at your best, forgive them. Let it go. In the bottom of your heart, you can ask for forgiveness. If they give it to you, great. If you don't, great. But regardless if they do or not, you know in your heart of hearts that you forgive them. And as I said earlier, I've done it, and it feels great to have that weight. I'm still working at others, and it's time. I'm human too. But I'm working at it, and I'm getting better. And I've forgiven some big things in my life, and to myself and with others. And I'm continuing to do it. But once you start, once you do it and you feel the change, man, it's awesome. So awesome. So strategy number 2 of letting go anchors is to forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive others, meditate, pray, whatever you choose to do, I don't care, but let it go. Let it go. Okay, number 3, your third and final tip to help you let go of anchors is give yourself grace. Now, I heard a friend of mine say this a couple months ago, and that's where I took on the saying, but I've always believed this. And I just love the saying, give yourself grace. And it means to give yourself grace, to give yourself understanding. Because guess what? You're bound to mess up at some time. It's going to happen. It's not like you try to, it just happens, right? So forgive yourself when you slip up, when you make a mistake, when you don't live up to your expectations or whatever. When you get mad at yourself, take a second and go, nope, that negativity is not going to fly. I'm going to give myself grace. Then you can reflect on that situation, learn and grow from it, right? Step number 1, or strategy number 1, and then continue on. Being stronger, being wiser, being smarter, however you want to view it. But first you need to give yourself grace. Be understanding, be loving to yourself and to others. So when you make a mistake, forgive yourself. Be understanding, Be forgiving. Give yourself grace. When someone else makes a mistake, guess what? Be understanding. Be forgiving. Give them grace. When you can start to let go of these anchors in your life, you physically feel lighter. You can start to heal yourself, heal your mind, but also heal your body. Because, as I mentioned earlier, there is research that shows you are not your best physically when you are holding on to negativity. Your body doesn't fix itself. It doesn't reproduce the cells and heal itself nearly as fast when you're holding on to negativity. Your mind is extremely powerful, and I want you to fill it with positivity. But if you have these anchors weighing you down, it's a lot harder. So let go of these anchors that are stopping you from sailing strong on the sea of positivity. Let go. So the 3 strategies to really help you let go of those anchors is to reflect on it, learn and grow from that anchor, and then let it go because you've already taken what you've needed to learn from and you moved on. Second, forgive yourself, forgive others. You do this through meditation. You could pray, you could whatever, even just a basic reflection of it. But then forgive yourself. Because you're human. Humans make mistakes. Forgive others. They're human. They make mistakes. But free yourself of that weight, that guilt, that regret, that anger. Free yourself from it. Because that's taking up some of your mental capacity, taking up space in your mind and your heart, and free it so you can fill it with love, with positivity, with awesome things. And the third and final strategy is to give yourself grace. Give others grace. Be understanding. Because mistakes are going to happen, and that's part of learning and growing and part of life. But give yourself grace when it happens. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be mad at others. Be understanding. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of the Jonesin 4 Show. I really appreciate you, and I'm so grateful you are here listening and watching our show. So thank you so much. I would love to know your thoughts about this episode. So let me know. Drop me a message, Facebook, Instagram, @Jonesin4. Comment on this. Share it out on social media and share one of your takeaways. And make sure you tag me in it because I would love to see your takeaway and then comment as well. So thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. If you haven't done it yet, please like and subscribe so you don't miss a single episode because, man, we have some amazing guests coming, some more awesome strategies to help you live your life to the max. So don't miss out. Like and subscribe. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day. Keep crushing it. Keep going after your goals. And until next time, I'll catch you all later.